In case you didn't know, it's December. Anyone else realizing that? And it's like, how did that happen? We were just in November. This year is flying by. But I wanted to do something really, really special for you guys because I believe in giving back during the holiday season. So I'm doing something I've never done before. This is the Secure December Total Healing Package. Right now, when you enroll in the Empowered.Secure.Loved program, you will get access to the Breakup Academy at no cost. This is my exclusive program designed to help you completely let go of your past relationships and heal from your past relationship trauma. It's normally valued at over $1,000, but I'm giving it to you completely free. Okay. So this offer is going away. Don't forget, you're also going to be eligible for a $500 discount. That's in honor of us hitting 500 episodes this month. Towards the middle of the month, we're going to hit episode 500. And I have a really special episode planned for you, by the way. But $500 off in honor of 500 episodes. And then you're also going to get a bonus month in the program. So that means more access to one-on-one coaching and our group coaching and our really supportive private Facebook community, right? This is such an incredible offer and it's the best gift that you can give to yourself. I don't want you to spend the holidays miserable or comparing yourself to all those happy couples online and feeling like you're not making progress in your love life. You deserve to do the work to become securely attached so that you can welcome in your very own love story. And seriously, there's no better time than now. Go apply to the program using the link in the show notes. Welcome to the Let's Get Vulnerable podcast. We're back for part 2. And this episode was so juicy. I know so many of you love this when this came out last Wednesday, but this is part 2. We are talking about recovering from anxious attachment style. And in this part, we're going to dive into protest behaviors because so many of you asked me about them. And I think if you don't understand protest behaviors, it's one of the keys. It is one of the absolute necessary parts of becoming securely attached is learning about protest behaviors. So let's talk about this. At the end of part 1, I was talking about neuroplasticity. And, I was mentioning Dr. Daniel Siegel. He's a researcher out of UCLA, and he really focuses on how mindfulness can help calm our overactive amygdala in people who have anxious attachment style. They really need to work on how do we become mindful? How do we slow down? How do we strengthen the prefrontal cortex, right? So, for example, if we have a partner who is not responding right away with the anxious attachment style, the amygdala might go into overdrive, right? It's going to start thinking triggering thoughts like, what did I do wrong? Is my partner upset with me? Are they dating someone else, right? Like we go into this overdrive. So what we can do is use mindfulness to interrupt the spiral, to break the pattern. We can take a moment to breathe. We can put our hand over our heart and say, wow, I'm noticing I need to connect to my loving, supportive, emotionally available parent right now. I need that part of me to step up and comfort me. And I would have you just really get curious about what are you feeling, right? What's going on in your body? And you might be saying something like, I'm scared that this relationship is ending. I really like this person and I don't want this relationship to be over. You just want to be really, really curious about what you're feeling and showing up with mindfulness, self-compassion. This can be a complete game changer for then bringing you to a securely attached place, right? So we were talking about that. And I think we need to be able to realize that the more that we do this, we can create what's called wise mind, where we have the emotional parts of our brain, but we also have the rational parts of our brain, right? When you're learning how to practice mindfulness, when you're learning a skill called reality testing, I know I have episodes on the past on this. If you go back, you'll see there's stuff on reality testing. When you can start to use these skills, you're creating the wise mind in relationships, not the trauma brain, overactive amygdala, emotionally dysregulated, anxious attachment system brain. You're creating the part of you that is balanced, that can be connected to reality, that is open to connection, that's not focused so much on protection and preventing abandonment, right? Bringing that rational brain more into the equation is going to really, really help you. So moving on, let's also talk about protest behaviors. So this comes up a ton with people with anxious attachment style. Here's an example. If you've ever acted out in your relationship, maybe you've said something passive aggressively, or maybe you've sent 17 text messages when your partner didn't reply. Or here's a fun one that's modern day. Maybe you posted a really cute slash hot, sexy photo of yourself on your Instagram stories when you weren't getting enough attention and you just wanted to see if the person you're dating is going to see it, right? Like you're checking, did they see my story, right? This is all a lot of passive aggressive behavior. Another example, purposely ignoring someone, not responding, right? Or even sarcastic digs, saying things that you know maybe will hurt your partner. These are all examples of protest behaviors. So protest behaviors, they're essentially attempts to get your partner's attention and reassurance. Remember, if you've been listening to the podcast lately, you know I've talked a lot about reassurance. We need reassurance to build the foundation of secure attachment. So reassurance is so normal. We need it. However, with protest behaviors, we are asking for reassurance in an indirect and often hurtful way. And when these behaviors show up, it's leading to miscommunication, it's leading to conflict. So why do these show up, right? Like, okay, we know, like you hear me saying this, you know that protest behaviors are bad, that they're not the quote unquote healthy way. So why are they showing up? Well, let's talk about it. The answer lies in the way that the anxiously attached brain processes relationships. We know that research shows that people with an anxious attachment style have that heightened activity in the amygdala. We've talked about that, right? It's the brain that's responsible for detecting threats. That part of your brain is turned on and it's always ready to go. And what happens is when you perceive this lack of connection, and maybe it's just, oh, it was a delayed text message. Usually they text me within 10 minutes, but this time it took them 3 hours to respond, right? It could be as small as that. What happens is your brain sees that stimulus and it's interpreting it as a threat. It's interpreting it that this could be potential abandonment or a potential threat to the relationship. But here's the tricky part, okay? Instead of directly asking for what you need, the fear of rejection, the fear of being seen as needy, right? Especially if you've been told that a lot, you have all these fears that come in, and your brain essentially thinks, what if I ask this person for what I need, but they don't respond in the way that I want? Then I would feel even worse. So your brain's already predicting abandonment, predicting rejection, right? So what happens is that the protest behaviors become a way to express your distress while avoiding the vulnerability of direct communication. So essentially, protest behaviors are protection against the vulnerability of speaking to your partner directly about what you need. And hey, the name of the podcast, Let's Get Vulnerable, right? Like, you all know what I'm going to say about this is that as we're healing, as we're recovering from an anxious attachment style, one of the key things is learning how to express your needs directly. I am telling you that behaviors, all they're doing is prolonging your healing process. And trust me, I know it's not conscious. I know you're not going, how can I show up with protest behaviors in this situation? It's not as if you're choosing it. It's just your unconscious wiring. It's your instinct. But I want to remind you, you have the power to slow down. You have the power to decide to do a pattern interrupt. So now that you know what a protest behavior is, and you know why it's showing up, and you know why your brain is saying, well, I want to protect myself by doing this. Now that you're aware of it, hopefully you can slow down and you can choose differently, right? The good news is you can start training your brain to use direct communication instead. And what I love about this is once you start using assertive, secure communication and you start having these corrective emotional experiences, meaning, oh my gosh, I just expressed my needs and my partner listened to me. And now things are better in our relationship. And oh my gosh, I didn't die, right? Like once you start having these corrective emotional experiences, it's just going to get easier and easier for you to express your needs. So I think you have to start learning who is the securely attached me. I want to leave you with something. I know this is a shorter episode, but I want to leave you with this. In part one, we talked about identity, and I probably didn't even talk about it enough because it is so important. I need you to know that the past version of you, maybe the version of you that has had really painful, unhealthy relationships, maybe relationships that have never worked out for you in the past. I want you to know that those past experiences, that past version of you, does not determine your current or future relationship experiences. You do get to decide what kind of person are you going to be? Are you going to be securely attached? Are you going to be someone who's replaying your past trauma over and over again? You are the common denominator in your relationships, okay? Some of us haven't had our common denominator moment yet, and I have so much love for you. Trust me, it's coming. But those of you who have had it, you know. For me, it happened when I was sitting on the floor of my hotel lobby filing a police report against my then narcissistic boyfriend, right? And I was watching all the people walk by me in the lobby, and they had these looks of pity on their face. And even the officer had like tears in his eyes, and he felt really, really bad for me. And I was in so much emotional pain that I could not stand. I was literally sobbing in the lobby on the floor of my apartment building, all my neighbors walking by. And I had this out of body experience of, this is not my life. Like, this is not who I am. I will not continue to do this over and over and over. I will not continue to date the emotionally unavailable person hoping for a different result. I'm done. I had my I'm done moment, my common denominator moment. I realized I had to heal. And of course, it took me about a decade to figure out everything that I now teach you all. So you're welcome. Okay. I was doing all the learning and putting it all together and learning all about neuro-linguistic reprogramming, changing our belief systems, fully releasing past trauma, learning how to embody secure attachment and nervous system regulation, and creating this securely attached identity. I was learning all of this. And finally, I was able to change. And what's really awesome is once you have it in a framework, the change can happen really quickly. It doesn't have to be as long as it was for me, right? As I was experimenting. Once you have everything in a framework, the change can actually happen really quickly to where you are showing up completely differently. And because you're different, you're attracting different people. This is so key. I want you to realize this. When you show up differently in your dating life, you are getting different results. You are attracting different levels of partners. It's that simple, right? You show up differently, you get different results. And part of really, really becoming securely attached and completely changing your life, like if you really want to do the work, it is that decision. It is that full commitment. I am done with what I've been doing. I know I'm the common denominator and I am deciding that I need to heal, right? So I definitely want to encourage you if you're there. Congratulations. I'm happy that you're there. I'm happy that the universe connected you to this show so that you could know about ways of becoming securely attached. And I also want to let you know that, of course, right now inside of the program, we have a really, really special holiday offer. And this is really fun. I've actually never done this before, but we're calling this the Secure December Total Healing Package. You are going to get access to the Breakup Academy, which is a full-on course in of itself. It's typically valued at $997, but you'll get it completely free. And that course is designed to help you fully release your past. So it walks you through everything that you need to do to completely let go of your past. This is such a key thing. Like if you've been hung up on past relationships or even past childhood trauma, anything, if it feels like it's just heavy and it's stuck, then you're going to really, really benefit from the Breakup Academy. It is amazing for just giving you that blank slate, like letting go of everything. Hello, forgiveness, right? Practicing forgiveness for yourself and for others. It gives you that feeling of, okay, I have wiped the slate clean. So you're going to get that. You're also going to get a bonus month in the program. Instead of 2 months, it's 3. That's an amazing value, especially during the holidays. You just have all this extra time. And then you will also get a $500 discount in honor of us hitting 500 episodes on this show. We're going to hit 500 episodes this month. So this offer is going to go away. Of course, it's going away at the end of December. And it is the Secure December Total Healing Package, where you get, of course, the Empowered.Secure.Loved program. That's everything you need to become securely attached. And it includes group coaching, one-on-one coaching, our private Facebook community, all the support you could possibly ever want. You're going to get that, but then you're also getting that Breakup Academy course. It's really an incredible gift to you. And I'm so happy to do it. I'm in this place of, I just want to be as generous and loving and giving to this community as I can. So my gift to you, the Secure December offer, all you have to do, use the link in the show notes and apply. And then just mention the Secure December when you speak with our program advisor, and you'll be eligible for this offer. So go use the link in the show notes. Don't wait. And I do want to remind you about our giveaway. I know I've mentioned it, but also if you love the show and you want to give back to me, the best thing you can do, go leave us a written review on Apple Podcasts. Take a screenshot and then send me the screenshot on Instagram at Dr. Morgan Coaching, or you can email it support@drmorgancoaching.com, and you'll be entered to win one of our giveaway packages. This is crazy. You get the Become a Boundaries Queen audio course, a $100 Amazon gift card, our signature Boundaries Are Hot hat. You'll also get that, and a copy of my book, the Love Magnet book. This is a crazy prize pack. All you have to do, go leave a written review, take a screenshot, DM it to me on Instagram at Dr. Morgan Coaching, or email it support@drmorgancoaching.com. All right, y'all. I love you so much. And I'm so proud of you. And we are finishing this year strong. We are helping you become securely attached. 2025 is the year of you knowing your worth and deciding that you are going to claim your highest and best self, your securely attached love story, and that everything is already on its way to you that you desire. All right. I'm sending you love, wishing you high self-worth and great relationships. I'll talk to you soon.